All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Abhishek Kumar. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hails passing of Triple Talaq bill by Parliament, saying medieval practice confined to dustbin of history. Women term it historic. Army foils infiltration bid along the LOC in North Kashmir's Bandipora district. 3 terrorists killed. Missing CCD founder VG Siddhartha found dead. Body recovered from Netravati River in Mangaluru. RBI relaxes external commercial borrowing norms for corporates and non-banking lenders. And BCCI suspends Prithvi Shaw for 8 months for doping violation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has hailed the passing of the Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Bill 2019 or Triple Talaq bill that abolishes the practice of instant Triple Talaq. Parliament has passed the bill yesterday. In a series of tweets, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said, a historic wrong done to Muslim women has been corrected and an archaic and medieval practice has been confined to the dustbin of history. Mr. Modi said it is an occasion to salute the remarkable courage of those Muslim women who have suffered great wrongs due to the practice of Triple Talaq. The Prime Minister termed it as a victory of gender justice that will further equality in society. Triple Talaq bill, after getting presidential nod, will make the practice of instant Triple Talaq as void and illegal and make it cognizable offence. The bill also provides allowance to women victims and their dependent children. The offence is made compoundable with the permission of the magistrate at the instance of the married Muslim woman upon whom talaq is pronounced. The Rajya Sabha, which passed it yesterday, also rejected the opposition's resolution referring the bill to Select Committee for further scrutiny. Parties including Congress, DMK, TMC, Left and NCP voted against the bill while JDU, AIADMK, TDP, TRS and BSP staged a walkout and did not participate in voting. A report.
The Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Bill was passed by 99 votes in favour and 84 against. Lok Sabha had passed the bill last week and once granted assent by the President, the practice of Muslim men instantly divorcing their wives by uttering talaq thrice will become a criminal offence and punishable by jail term of up to 3 years. The bill will replace an ordinance promulgated on February 21st to the same effect. Replying to the debate on the bill, Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad said it has been brought to protect the right of Muslim women and not to target any particular community.
आज का दिन बहुत ऐतिहासिक है। आज का दिन इस हमारे मुस्लिम समाज की जो बेटियां हैं, जो बहनों हैं, उनके साथ जो नाइंसाफी चल रही थी, आज दोनों हाउस ने उनके साथ न्याय किया है। मुझे इस बात का बहुत संतोष है। ये एक बदलते भारत की शुरुआत है और मैं अभिनंदन करूंगा अपने प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का कि उन्होंने इसमें इतना लीड लिया और आज हम बदलाव कर सके।
शीला for AIR News, Delhi.
In Uttar Pradesh, Muslim women celebrated the passage of Muslim Women Protection Bill in Parliament. Many Muslim critics also welcomed the decision. More from our correspondent.
It was a celebration which had the feeling of liberation from the clutches of inequality. Roads in many cities in the state witnessed dancing and fireworks by Muslim women after passing of the Triple Talaq bill. Muslim women distributed sweets and greeted each other and thanked the Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
मेरा नाम आरफीन फातिमा है और मैं फिरोजाबाद की हूँ। ट्रिपल तलाक का जो बिल पास हुआ है ये बहुत अच्छा है। मुझे बहुत खुशी है इस चीज की कि मुस्लिम महिलाओं के हक में सरकार कुछ कर रही है।
In Ayodhya, Muslim women thanked local BJP MLA Ved Prakash Gupta for the move of his party by giving sweets to him. Many women said that their eyes were glued to the television where proceedings of Rajya Sabha were deciding the fate of the bill. Housewives, social workers, NGOs and Triple Talaq victims lauded the efforts of the government. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
Amid ceasefire violations by Pakistani forces, the army has foiled infiltration bid and killed 3 unidentified terrorists at the line of control in Gurez sector of North Kashmir's Bandipora district. Defense sources said bodies of the killed terrorists were not retrieved from the difficult mountainous areas while the counter-infiltration operation is still going on. Founder of the Cafe Coffee Day chain VG Siddhartha, who went missing over the Netravati River bridge yesterday, has been found dead today. His body was fetched out from the backwaters of the Netravati River near Ullal. A massive search and rescue operation had started yesterday to look for Siddhartha, who was instrumental in popularizing Indian coffee worldwide. Siddhartha was son-in-law of senior BJP leader and former Chief Minister of Karnataka, S.N. Krishna. Meanwhile, Income Tax Department in a statement said that a letter purportedly written by Siddhartha on tax-related problems needs to be authenticated, as the signature on it does not tally with that of his signature on the annual report. The agency has said that their investigation on cafe coffee chain resulting in attachment of shares was made to protect the interest of revenue from the income admitted by assessee. The Karnataka state government has cancelled the birth anniversary celebrations of Tipu Sultan, who ruled Mysore in the 18th century. In an order, Kannada and Culture Department has stated that Hazrat Tipu Sultan Jayanti, being celebrated since 2016 in the state, is cancelled with immediate effect. Former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, during whose time the celebrations had started, has criticized the government decision. In his reaction, he said, Tipu fought the British and contributed to the development of Mysore. The six-time MLA from Sirsi Assembly constituency and senior BJP leader Vishweshwar Hegde Kageri is all set to become the new Speaker of the State Assembly. The post had fallen vacant after the resignation of Speaker Ramesh Kumar on Monday. The Railways Ministry has said media reports suggesting that the Indian Railways are taking steps towards compulsorily retiring a sizable number of railway employees is without any substance. The ministry in a release clarified that the directive issued to Railway Zone is for conducting routine performance review of all the employees. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter @AIR News Alerts. In more liquidity easing measures, the Reserve Bank has liberalized the end-use stipulations for the external commercial borrowings ECBs, both for corporates as well as liquidity-starved non-banking lenders. The central bank in a statement said liberalization relates to ECBs taken for working capital, general corporate purposes loans or repayment of rupee loans. Corporate borrowers will be able to avail of ECBs to repay rupee loans taken for capital expenditures if they are into manufacturing or infrastructure building and classified as special mention account or non-performing asset under any one-time settlement arrangement with lenders. In Maharashtra, Mumbai and its suburbs witnessed light and intermittent showers throughout the day yesterday. Mumbai has so far received almost more than 72% average rainfall of the season. More from our Mumbai correspondent.
The island city and its suburbs received intermittent rains yesterday. However, there were no reports of waterlogging from any part of the city and public transport functioned smoothly. There were light showers at some places during the night. Due to heavy rains in catchment areas, water has been released from 5 dams in north and western Maharashtra. Warning has been issued to villages on the banks of Mota and Godavari rivers as the level of water in these rivers is likely to increase. Prarthana, AIR News, Mumbai.
In Madhya Pradesh, incessant rains have waterlogged residential areas, prominent markets, and have thrown normal life out of gear for people across the state. A report.
The Meteorological Department issued a red warning for 27 districts as it forecasts heavy downpour in those areas for the next 48 hours. The Chief Minister has instructed that concrete arrangements of disaster management and all precautionary measures should be adopted in all the districts of the state due to heavy rainfall. The capital city Bhopal recorded 166.5 mm rain, the season's heaviest shower in the last 24 hours. Rainfall in Madhya Pradesh also reached close to the normal mark as the state has recorded 414.2 mm rain in this monsoon. There are multiple systems over the state which is expected to bring more showers this week. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
In Bihar, flood situation continues to be grim in East Champaran, Sitamarhi and Darbhanga districts. A report.
Floodwater is spreading in low-lying areas of Darbhanga. Rail traffic on Darbhanga-Samastipur section has been suspended for the 4th day consecutive as surging water of Bagmati is touching the rail bridge between Thalwara and Hayagat station. In view of this, 22 trains have been cancelled. Vehicular traffic have been disrupted in Sitamarhi, East Champaran and West Champaran districts following damage of number of roads. Relief and rescue operation is in full swing in flood-affected areas. Jawans of NDRF and SDRF have rescued over 1,200 people so far. Over 88 lakh people spread over 13 districts are reeling under the impacts of flood. 130 people have so far been killed throughout the state due to flood-related incidents. With KK Lal's report from Patna, Suparna Bhatia, AIR News.
The Supreme Court has said it would decide whether the pleas challenging the centre's decision to grant 10% reservation to economically weaker sections EWS are to be referred to a constitution bench for adjudication. A bench headed by Justice S.A. Bobde yesterday observed that reservation is an exception to the concept of equality and it is intended to achieve equality of opportunity. The bench was hearing a batch of pleas challenging the validity of Constitution 103 Amendment Act 2019 on the ground that economic criterion cannot be the sole basis for reservation. The hearing remained inconclusive and the bench will hear the matter today. President Ramnath Kovind has reached Gambia on his second leg of his three-nation visit. He was welcomed by the Gambian President Adama Barrow with military honor at the Banjul airport yesterday. In a spectacular show, large crowds of flag-waving well-wishers lined up along the streets to greet and welcome the visiting president. This is the first ever state visit to the Gambia by an Indian president. Our correspondent reports that during his two-day stay at Banjul, President will be discussing several issues of mutual interest with his counterpart.
Today the President will hold restricted and delegation level talks with his counterpart. He will be addressing a special session of the National Assembly of Gambia. The National Assembly building complex in Banjul is one of the prominent projects in West Africa built under the line of credit extended by India. Tomorrow he will attend an event by the Indian community and inaugurate an exhibition on Mahatma Gandhi and Khadi. Samir Verma, AIR News, Banjul, Gambia.
Indian Test opener Prithvi Shaw has been suspended by the Board of Control for Cricket in India BCCI for 8 months for a doping violation. According to a BCCI release, Shaw had inadvertently ingested a prohibited substance which can be commonly found in cough syrups. Shaw's suspension is retrospective in nature, starting from 16th March and ending on 15th November. The main draw of Thailand Open Badminton Tournament will begin in Bangkok today. In women's singles, India's Saina Nehwal will fight with Phittayaporn Chaiwon of Thailand. In men's singles, 5 Indian shuttlers Sai Praneeth, Kidambi Shrikant, H.S. Pranoy, Parupalli Kashyap and Saurav Verma will lead the Indian challenge. Today is birth anniversary of great novelist and celebrated storyteller Munshi Premchand. He was born on 31st July 1880 in Lamhi village near Varanasi. Premchand's stories confront the truth of this society, underlining importance of truth, justice and loyalty. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Tanvi Taneja.
Thank you, Abhishek. Passage of the Triple Talaq bill in the Rajya Sabha gets the top billing across national dailies this morning, among other headlines. Law is in. Instant Triple Talaq becomes a crime, reads the lead headline in the Indian Express. On the controversy of a data privacy breach by a popular app, the Hindustan Times writes, Truecaller under fire after app signs up for UPI without consent. Outrage over the road accident in the Unnao case is noticed in the Asian Age that writes, Storm escalates over Unnao victim's crash, adding, CBI probe ordered, walkout by opposition. Reporting on an unprecedented decision by the Chief Justice of India, the Times of India writes, in a first, CGI allows CBI to file case against HC judge. And finally, want to have good mood and better sleep? Air tickle therapy may help people age healthy, writes the Times of India of a study conducted by researchers at the University of Leeds. And with that, it's back to you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Tanvi. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hails passing of Triple Talaq bill by Parliament, saying medieval practice confined to dustbin of history. Women term it historic. Army foils infiltration bid along the LOC in North Kashmir's Bandipora district, 3 terrorists killed. Missing CCD founder VG Siddhartha found dead, body recovered from Netravati River in Mangaluru. RBI relaxes external commercial borrowing norms for corporates and non-banking lenders, and BCCI suspends Prithvi Shaw for 8 months for doping violation. With that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.